Hello everyone, welcome to Alphawisdom. I'm Mystic Cassandria, and this is the channel that offers lessons in how to read palms. The photo you're looking at is the right hand, a man's hand. This is the first time we've seen one like this, and this shows a complex palm. There are a lot of lines here, but what still stands out is the line at the top above, that's the heart line. Also, we have the headline following next. Then there's the lifeline, and there's another lifeline within that lifeline. So we have a double. We have a fate line that comes up. This also has a Mercury line. So there are other things there, but I'll make sure that you're following. I'll point. When we say complex, with all the lines here, there's a lot going on in this hand. This indicates someone who is very active, as well as having their 9-to-5 job. They may be a writer, certainly a speaker, and we find this among activists. We find this among psychiatrists. People that have to go over this side and the opposite side to come to a conclusion. Keeps them mentally busy, sometimes mentally stressed. But yes, these are strong major lines, even though this is the lifeline here. Here's the double. This is the headline, and of course, this is the heart line. No fingers are discussed because we can't see all of the fingers. So just follow along here. When we look at the heart line, which begins over here, there are lines sloping down. These are sloping lines, and there are islands on this line. Islands. But it's headed right toward Jupiter. And that's always a good thing. It's right on the Jupiter mount. So for clarity, when we have sloping lines, in this case, it's the heart line. It can also be on the headline, but this definition does not apply if it's on the lifeline. That's something else. It's a feeling of loss or despondency. Courage is needed to hang in there. Now, we do know when you have sloping lines, there is a feeling of the energy not being there when you need it. So it's going to affect your feelings because this is the line of feeling, the heart line, emotions, feelings, and emotions. Okay, so that's our heart line here. And there is a square sitting right, hanging below the line. So it's offering help there for the heart line. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. I'll go as I have it here. Here's the lifeline. There's a little disruption here. It continues on until it gets past age 45, getting toward 50, and then it gets better. And then there seems to be a gap here. But then you have a line coming up here. That line is the fate line. We'll get back to that. Okay, so when the headline, let's take the headline. Next, the headline starts here, right in here. There are islands right here, okay? And then it's sort of fuzzy, and then it clears. So that fuzziness actually affects the mental condition of the person because it's a current state, a constant state of indecision. It's like being in mental fog or ambivalence. So you see this foggy look here? It's not a straight, clear line, foggy-like. So even though it's an energy effect, how are you feeling? And in this case, can't seem to make up your mind. It's like mental fog. I think we all know what that is, or ambivalence. Okay, let's leave the headline. Fate line. Now the fate line starts here, seems to be connected to the lifeline. So there's some connection with that career they're going into and the family. So when it starts that close, that's a family connection, family help, family support, family encouragement. And it goes straight up toward this. We don't see a line up here, but it seems to kind of want to curve this way. Okay, now we have the line that's here. This is a Mercury line. All right, that's a Mercury line. Mercury, of course, that heads toward the little finger. And in this case, with all of this going on, we start to see little lines here indicating that this is a health line for this person. They have to watch the health. That's very important because down here, this is an allergy line. It's a little weak, but it's there. That indicates something they're eating or around cause an effect to them physically. So that's not good. All right, so let's go on to the next one. Now we have a line that's coming out here. You see this line here? We talked about this before. That's like putting through so much effort. You haven't reached your goal yet, but you're trying so hard. Okay? So let's go into some of the other lines that are there. We recognize this one. That's a loyalty line. That means someone they're very loyal to, or it could be a memory that was so profound or maybe traumatic in their life that they can't forget it. So they play that over and over in their heads. Okay? All right, now let's see what else we have here. Logical. And then for our last one, two more rather. We have right here. There's a line coming down. Here it is. And it penetrates, it's thin. That's a sun line. So this is a very active person. Sorry about that. This is an active person. Well, because of all those lines that you see, though, they may look like marks or it may look a little messy, but that's typical of a full palm. When it's this full, we just say complex palm. Sometimes it's said too many lines, but it is a complex palm, okay? So here's a person that has some notoriety, all right? And one other thing I noticed, they do have medical stigmata. We talked about this in the last video. The person has healing energy, and or they may have the gift for counseling, helping others. And one final thing, I almost forgot this one. Believe it or not, right in here, that is a star. Star. Of course, we know that a star is an explosion of energy or even interest. So something they're involved in, this is a big plus because it's a shock to it. And whenever it's over under this finger, that's good. So it's maybe something the person had been working on and the star says, you win, success. It's always a good thing. All right? Okay, so we do have hands like this. I wanted to be sure to show you this because we've been talking about plain palms. But this is an example of a complex palm. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, by all means, give a thumbs up, share, and of course, subscribe. And stay safe, be happy. Bye.